I'm here now and I'm dropping a video kind of talking about the differences, the main differences I noticed between Seoul and Daegu. For those that didn't know, I have been living in Daegu for about 4 months now. So I've been kind of, gathering a little bit of information bit by bit. And I went to Seoul for New Year's. And all I'm gonna say is that it's two different spots, you know what I'm saying? So in this video, I'm gonna cover the differences that I really noticed, and hopefully anybody that's maybe coming to visit South Korea or even making a move out here can see this and understand the things that I have noticed between the two cities, being Seoul and Daegu. So yeah, let's jump into this one. Okay, before I get started though, I wanted to say shout out to all the new subscribers, new supporters and everything. I think we have 1.6 now. So appreciate all y'all for showing love. And for those watching this video right now too, you know what you gotta do. Like, sub if you're not already sub. Hit me on IG, I'll be posting everything about my daily life out here in Daegu. So go check out the IG. And yeah, we gonna jump into this one for real now actually. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the amount of people that are in Seoul and Daegu. So first things first with Daegu, I can consider it like a low-key city. It's not necessarily low-key, but if you want to get away from a big crowd of people, you can do that, right? You can just go to some other spot, wherever. But Seoul, yo, there's no getting away from nothing. Let me just keep that a buck with you right now. If you're the type of person where you need to go recharge, the only place you can recharge is back at your crib. You go to a cafe, you go to anywhere in public, there's gonna be bare heads there. So that's what I'm gonna say to you. If you're the type of person that you need your alone time, you might want to reconsider being in Seoul for a long period of time, because there's so many people. It's I'm keeping it a buck with you too. Like, I'm not even capping, I'm not over exaggerating, nothing. There's so many people, it's ridiculous. To stay on that topic too, it's like I hopped off the train from Daegu. I got in Seoul, and to get to my B&B I had to hop on the subway. The second I hop on the subway, like, I noticed it instantly. I was like, nah, like, this is crazy. This is way different than Daegu. Like, I'm fully standing like this on the subway. People like touching me, everything. And I'm just standing there like this. I'm like, bro. And like, my friends know me. They like, bro, I'm not the type of person that enjoys being touched. I like my personal space. So the fact that I'm standing, I'm like, yo, just get me off this subway right now. It's, bro. If you don't mind, public spaces, and you're okay with large numbers of people and everything, oh, you'll have a blast in Seoul. You'll have a blast. If you're the type of person where it's like, you enjoy your personal space, personal time, you might want to think about that again. I'm telling you, you might want to think about it again, especially if you're considering like a spot to live. A spot to live, bro, Seoul, bare heads. Bare heads, okay? Bare. And I guess the next thing would be like a comparison. And I was telling a lot of people back home, at least, like my friends, they're like, oh, what would you consider Daegu to in terms of another city? And I was like, oh, I would compare it to Ottawa, like 100%. Just in my opinion, obviously. Just the fact that it's just kind of low key, you know what I mean? Like, you can get away, but also be in the city, you know what I mean, at the same time. And in terms of Seoul, before I went, I was like, oh, it's a big city. It's like Toronto, this and that. I was telling all my friends that, yeah, it's like Toronto. It's like Toronto. Yo, the second I got there, I said, this is not Toronto. Seoul is Seoul. There's no comparison for it. Like, there's no comparison for it. Like, I've never experienced that type of city feel anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Seoul is Seoul. There's no other comparison to it. And you just have to really be there to kind of understand fully what I'm talking about, because, man, like, it's different. It's different for real. The amount of things that you can do in Seoul, it's like anything that you really think of, you can obviously go do. Like, literally anything. You think about it, and there's some spot where you can do it. Daegu, I've kind of gotten that vibe too, where it's like, oh, I can think about going to do something, find out where to do it, and then go do that. But Seoul, you don't even have to like hesitate. You just know for a fact that whatever you want to do, you can go do that 1000%. And the fact that you can just take the subway literally anywhere. I mean, like, Korean public transportation is super elite anywhere in Korea. Like, I went to Busan last weekend, and bro, it's you know what I mean? Like, I can get around now just by using one app, you know? So it's pretty straightforward to get around places. But that leads me to my next topic, public transportation. So public transportation in Daegu, like in like the subway mainly, the subway, there's 3 lines. I don't really know how, there's just 3 transfers essentially, right, to get from point A to B to C in the city. Seoul, there's 9 lines. So it's like, okay, I'm trying to get to Gangnam, I'm trying to go to the mall or wherever. It's like, okay, you go to this station, you transfer, you might have to transfer again, and then it gets you to your destination. In Daegu, it's like you transfer once and you're good. But Seoul, bro, the amount of transfers plus the amount of people on the subway, it's like, ugh. It's just too much. It's just too much. Plus the price too. The price of taking the subway, and I'm not even gonna cap and be like, oh, like it's so much more expensive. Like, it's not way more expensive, but it is more expensive than taking the subway here in Daegu. Like, I'm pretty sure it's $1.25 Canadian for to take the subway. In Seoul, it's like $1.50, which, you know what I mean, like whatever. But every single time you transfer, you get charged too. Whereas in Daegu, you don't get charged for taking a transfer. You know what I mean? You just walk. Seoul, nah, you better tap that card or else you're gonna get bagged for something, and it's gonna take some more money off your card anywhere you want to go. It's like, damn, you know, it's a good thing I charged that up before I left, because I was like, yeesh, I'm getting charged this much just because I gotta take another transfer to get to my next location. And it's like, oh wait, I gotta take another transfer, so I'm getting charged again. So that's the thing with Seoul, bro. It's tax. It's tax. Which then leads me to my next topic, just being the price of everything. So I just touched on the fact that the subway is more expensive, but it's not even just the subway that's more, like, everything is just more expensive in Seoul. Which, like, I get it. I wasn't surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to a big city, obviously things are gonna be more expensive, but like literally every little thing in Seoul it's just more expensive than Daegu. Like, obviously I can talk on things about rent. I was talking to a couple of people out there about that, but man, everything, food, transportation, everything, water. I'm saying water, everything is more expensive in Seoul. So yeah, if you're trying to go out to Seoul, living out there at least, know that you're gonna be spending, you know, more money, obviously, which is it's kind of obvious, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you go live in a big city, then you're gonna be spending more money as opposed to a smaller, low-key, more city. So I guess that's not too big of a difference, kind of globally, I guess. But that's another thing that I noticed, just the fact that everything is more expensive in Seoul. So that's another thing to look out for. I guess another thing that I can touch on too is the vibes that I got, like, going to restaurants. For example, here in Daegu, there's a couple spots close to my crib where, like, I'll go and the employees will look at me, I'll look at them, head nod, and they'll be like, oh, you know, you want the regular type shit? And I'm like, yes, run that. Because you know me, I don't speak a lick of Korean, so it's a lot of, you know, like one of those ones. But anyways, for example, there's a gimbap place close to my crib. I'll go in, I'll look at the lady, give her a little nod, she looks at me, nod, and we both know just through that, I'm here for the shrimp. You know what I'm saying? But in Seoul, bro, I'm telling you, it's literally a business transaction. Like, you walk into the store, they're looking at you, and it's just the vibe I got. It's like, give me your money, I'll give you food, and get out of my store. Like, just like that. Like, it's a business transaction. There's no conversation. How are you doing? Can I recommend this to you? No. You know what you want? Ask for it and get out. And I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, that's how I felt, at least. which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a negative thing about Seoul, right? Like at the end of the day, people are doing what they gotta do. So it's not even deep. It's not like I felt some type of way about that. It's just an observation that I noticed, right? So there's that. I mean, like, if you're the type of person that you want to establish a nice, not even establish a relationship, but just kind of, you're very, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Friendly, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a very friendly person and you're like friendly and bubbly, you want to talk to everyone in Seoul. I don't know. Living in Seoul, if you're that type of person, it could be a little bit difficult because, again, it's just a vibe I got of people really feeling as if it's just a business transaction. Like, you're here for my service and I'm here for your guap. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that I noticed, really. So for me, I noticed like Daegu it's perfect for me. Again, it's low key. I can get away, right, if I need to. So it's really good for me. Seoul, I'm keeping it a buck. I would not be able to live in Seoul. It's beautiful to visit. Like, I went to temples, everything, museums, bro. Seoul, you definitely have to visit at one point in your life if you're obviously in Korea, like, right? But in terms of living there, I would not be able to. I would not be able to live there just because there's so many people and it's so fast paced. Like, bro, I'm saying, like, yo, even the older heads, like old ladies, they're running me over like I'm playing football. Like, they're running backs, putting their shoulder down, boom, getting to where they need to go. I'm like, yeesh, you're low-key D's, like, damn. But anyways, it's like people, their head is down and they're getting to where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? They're not stressed about nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, they're really focused, and you have to be focused if you're trying to get to where you need to be, because there's just so many people. If you are like, oh, excuse me, you're not getting to where you need to be. You gotta put your head down and you gotta go. So that's the thing with Seoul, like, bare heads. There's just so many people. And I meant to mention this when I was talking about public transportation. It's like in Daegu, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can sit down and relax on the subway, like, not have to stress about really anything. In Seoul, it was to the point where if there's an open seat on the subway, I'm not even taking it, like, because I know at the next stop there's about to be 50 more people that are gonna walk on, and there's gonna be at least 2 or 3 that are gonna need this seat more than me. So there's no point in me even sitting down. You know what I'm saying? You get up for, you know what I'm saying? You just get up for people who need to be sitting down at the end of the day. But that doesn't happen in Daegu. You're kick up in Daegu. You're fully kick up. But there's this one thing that happened in Seoul, like, there's an open seat next to me, and it goes back to what I was just saying. Like, I didn't sit down because I knew in 15 seconds there's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, like, people that need that seat. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna stand. But, like, I took one step to the side to, like, grab the handle, and this man fully, like, he ran and he booked it because he thought I was trying to sit down. And I'm like, bro, like, it really isn't that deep. It's not that deep to me, but I guess to other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're used to this. They're trying to sit down and relax. But, bro, so many people. It's crazy. Seoul is, man, no relax. You can't relax. There's no relaxing. And I'm a relaxful person. I need to kick up. You know what I'm saying? There's no kicking up in Seoul. But next is the nightlife. Yo, I'm saying Seoul, you have to go to Seoul because at the end of the day, Seoul is lit. Seoul is a good time. It's a great time at the end of the day, right? So if you're the type of person, you like the nightlife, you like to, you know, pop out, bro, the nightlife in Seoul it's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Like, where was I? I was Hongdae. I went to Hongdae a few times, actually, and I'm walking around and I'm like, bro, like, this is crazy. And at one point, I'm looking down at my watch. I'm like, yo, it's late. Like, I'm trying to get back to my crib and sleep, or my B&B, sorry. Mans are still lined up to get to the Cliz. I'm like, bro, not me. I'm going home. But yeah, nah. Hongdae's lit. So if you have to go check out Hongdae, obviously. Like, if you're in Seoul, just go. And you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a great time. At the end of the day, people are very nice. And that's what I've noticed about Korea in general. People are just very nice. You know what I'm saying? Daegu and Seoul. I've been able to go out and strike up conversations with random people, and they're like, yo, come kick up with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, drinks on me, this and that. I'm like, bro, you just met me. You're finna buy me how? Obviously, you know, I'm not gonna disclose the number. You know what I'm saying? Cause I keep it responsible on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Drink responsibly, do everything you do responsibly. But what I am gonna say is the nights that I had in Seoul were lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you use your imagination to talk about, you know, and think about, you know. Anyways, next topic. Okay, and now in comparison to the nightlife here in Daegu, and it's similar just in terms of the way that people stay out late. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I've noticed about Korean culture, I guess, is, bro, when you're going out, whew, you better be ready for a night out. Like, there's no calm night. I mean, I guess you can have a calm night out if that's what you really want to do, but at the end of the day, the subway is the last train is around midnight. If you miss that train, or you're staying out past that train and you're not trying to get a taxi, you're staying out until 5:30 a.m. where the subway starts back up again. You know what I'm saying? And it's very, very common to see the sun coming up. Literally, the sun is coming up and there's still people lined up outside to get into the club. I seen that with my own eyes. I said, bro, go home. Y'all not tired? Me, I'm Cade, right? So I'm not gonna judge. You know, people do their own things, but at the end of the day, you come to Seoul, bro. Not even Seoul. You just come to Korea in general. You go out for a night out. If you miss that subway and you're not trying to get a taxi, bro, just be ready to stay out until 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not capping. 7 a.m. Okay. Another thing too in Seoul is the shopping. Bro, the shopping in Seoul is serious. Oh my goodness gracious. From the malls to the thrift shops to vintage shops. Man, I'm walking around, I'm doing a little bit of shopping. I'm like, yeesh, bro. If this was my, you know what I'm saying, like backyard, if I can just hop on the subway and this be the strip where I go shopping, I'd be broke. Like, for real, I would be broke, because I'm like, this is a sick piece. This is a sick piece. That's also fresh. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to have a lot of self-control if you enjoy shopping and you see things. Because, bro, there were so many things that bro. It's a good thing, you know, I'm conscious about different things. Because if not, I would have left and my bank account would have been aching. You know what I'm saying? Like, just straight speaking to me like, yo, are you well? And I'll be like, at least I'm fresh type shit. But anyways, in Daegu, like, you can go shopping, obviously, but there's no vintage shops. There's no thrift shops like there are in Seoul. That's another thing, bro. The main thing that I really rate about Seoul, bro, the shopping was elite. Elite. Like, wow. Like, taking two, I mentioned this in one of my my vlogs when I was out there, is I'm at this mall in Gangnam. And there's two of every shops, like luxury shops too, you know what I'm saying? Like 2 Goyard shops, 2 Chanel shops, 2 Gucci shops, 2 Versace shops, like everything there's 2 of. The mall, there's 10 floors, plus a garden on the 11th floor that you can go kick up and just relax, right? So I'm like, bro, this is stupid. But anyways, 2 of every store, right? And I'm walking around and like, bro, I'm seeing older heads. And when I mean older heads, I'm like grandparents. A picture of this grandparents walking around with Dior Forces on. I'm like, yo, whoa, relax. You can't, whoa, calm down. Like, we're just at the mall, and you're flexing on me like this. Chill. You know what I'm saying? We're not even downtown, nothing. You're just straight flexing on me in your Dior head to toe Goyard purse. You know what I'm saying? Gucci baseball cap. I'm like, Gucci has baseball caps? You know what I'm saying? Bro. Older heads out here just drippy. Had me confused. I said, yeesh. I said, yeesh. So yeah, people in Seoul, the style in Seoul, people are just dripped out. Like, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. Daegu, strike. Daegu, you know, people, they got the drip and everything. There's a lot of, I don't know. I'm not really gonna comment on stuff like that. But anyways, Seoul, drip. They're just ridiculous, ridiculous. From people in their 20s all the way to people in their like 80s. I'm giving it a buck. 80s. I'm seeing a grandmother. She's 80 years old, and she has Dior Forces on. Bro, what? But yeah, at the end of the day, Seoul is amazing. Seoul is amazing. I'm very glad that I went for New Year's, and I'm obviously gonna go back, right? Like at the end of the day, bro, I can hop on the train and go. It's really not even that. It's not a problem whatsoever. Daegu also lit. I'm saying if you are in Korea, you need to go to everywhere, as many places as you can, because you get different feels from different areas, right? So at the end of the day, go check out as many places as you can, as many different cities, because they all offer their own unique vibe, in my opinion. But yeah, in terms of living, ain't no way I'm living in Seoul. Impossible. 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 There's no way I could live in a city that big, that many people, and that be my daily life. Which is just a personal thing. That's just me being me, right? Obviously not everyone is like me. People have no problem living there. But Daegu is perfect for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can go downtown, I can make connections, I can do my thing, and still vibe. So yeah, Seoul is way more foreigner friendly though, just in terms of English, the English language. Like, you're on the subway, you see English. Here, my Korean is still lacking. My Korean is still lacking. I've learned a few, you know, phrases here and there, but I'm still, I'm guessing a lot of things. I've survived though, so, you know, I can't even complain. But at the end of the day, Seoul and Daegu, both lit spots. At the end of the day, you come to Korea, you gotta check out both. And yeah, that's about it. That's a lot of differences. Comment if you have any questions about anything, really, anything about Korea related, and I got you. DM me on IG if I don't respond on here. And yeah, yo, like the video, sub. Yeah, this was me talking about the differences between Seoul and Daegu. Again, I'm gonna say it again. Both spots are lit. Check out both, for real. But anyways, it's been real. I'm gonna drop a new vlog soon. Don't even trip. And yeah, stay up, y'all. One time.
You know it's gonna be over. Bitch, do it up, I say she on front line, come through like a soldier. Now that you got my attention, you better get put on suspension if I see the